Good morning. Today we are going to work in our textbooks, lesson number 7, and we are going to practice multiplying by tens. That is super cool and fun and easy because we already know how to how to add by tens and count by tens. So it will be a lot easier and more fun to multiply by tens as well. Let's start by looking at page 168. It says there are 10 walnuts in a bag. Here is each bag with 10 walnuts. How many walnuts are there in 10 bags? Here are 10 bags, so we're going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So there is 100 walnuts in 10 bags. How many walnuts are there in bags? What if we said how many are in 2 bags? We would say 2 groups of 10. One group, 2 groups of 10 would be 10, 20. So our answer would be 20. How many walnuts are there in 9 bags? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just up to here. If you were to count those by tens, you would get 90 bags. How many walnuts are there in 9 bags? So that's like saying 9 groups of 10 equal 90. Find the number of walnuts if there are 8 bags. If there were 8 bags, that would stop here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We would have 80. How many walnuts if there are 7 bags? Here is 7 bags, right? This was 7 bags, 6 bags, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 9, and 10. So 7 bags. We're going to count by tens up to 7. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 6 bags. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Do you see a pattern? 8 for 80, 7 for 70, 6 for 60, 5 for... You got it, 50. 4 for 40, 3, 30 walnuts, 2, 20 walnuts, and 1, 10 walnuts. How does the total number of walnuts change when the number of bags decrease by 1? If you notice that the bags all decreased by 1. 7 minus 1 became 6. 6 minus 1 became 5. 5 minus 1 became 4. 4 minus 1 became 3. 3 minus 1 became 2. And 2 minus 1 became 1. So every time the number of bags decreased by 1, what happened? The number of walnuts also decreased by 10. It's like counting backwards 10. 70 minus 10 is 60. 60 minus 10 is 50. 50 minus 10 is 40. 40 minus 10 is 30. 30 minus 10 is 20. And 20 minus 10 is 10. So every time the number of bags decreased by 1, the walnuts also decreased by 10. It says learn. 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 is 30. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 10 is 40 plus what? 5 times 10. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 5 times 10 is 50. It's saying 40, 10, 20, 30, 40 plus what gives us 50? Remember, 5 times 10 was 50, so this side of the equation also has to be 50. 40 plus what is 50? 40 plus 10 is 50. Let's put our 10 in here too. 6 times 10 is 60. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 10, we said is 70, is equal to 80 minus what gives you 70? Here's 80 minus what gives you 70? 10. Counting back by tens, right? 80 minus 10 is 70. 8 times 10 is 80. 9 times 10 is 90. 10 times 10 is 100. Here it's showing that when the numbers decrease by 1, the product decreases by 10. If you're going up, it's minus 10, counting backwards, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. And if you're going down, you're adding a 10. It's increasing by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. What do you notice about the ones digit in the products? If you look at the ones digit in the products, and remember products are the answer to a multiplication problem, all of the ones digit have a 0. So that means any number that ends with a 0 is a product of 10. Number 1, count by tens all the way to 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 7 times 10 equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Use array dot cards to show the totals. Your array dot cards look like this, and it is inside of your folder that got sent home, so you just need to cut one out, and then you can use this to solve all of these problems. And I'm going to use an index card to cover up what we need. So for example, 5 times 10, these are all groups of 10. These are all groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's 10 going down as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this has 10 groups of 10. It's asking you for 5 groups of 10. So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then cover up the rest. 5 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then we would write our 50. This one says 6 groups of 10, so I'm going to slide it down 1. 6 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 7 groups of 10, slide it down 1 more. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 10 groups of 10. I'm going to bring it all the way down. 10 groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now it said 9 groups of 10, so I'm going to cover just one group to leave 9. 100. 10 less would be 90. There's my 90. 8 groups of 10, I'm going to close up another 10. 8 groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And we're done with those. The last one, number 4, says a dime is worth 10 cents. How many cents are 7 dimes worth? So there are 7 cents we're going to look at. I'm going to draw my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And inside each, since each of these are a dime, these are all worth 10 cents. So I would say there's 7 groups of 10 equals 70. Let's go ahead and write that in our book. 7 times 10 equals 70. And the question said, how many cents are 7 dimes worth? So your statement would say 7 dimes are worth 70 cents. Number 5 has 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. I am seeing 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups of 10 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 groups of 10, so we count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. And this is also 40. Or there are 10 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And each group has 4 inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could also count it all the way by 4s, and you would still get 40, because 4 groups of 10 is the same as 10 groups of 4. You're just flipping it, right? Just like we learned in addition, if you said 2 plus 3 equals 5, if you were to flip those numbers, 3 plus 2 is still 5. 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2, because all we did was flip it. So in multiplication, it is the same rule. If you were to say 4 multiplied by 10 is 40, you can flip these two numbers and you could say 10 multiplied by 4 is still 40. Therefore, 4 times 10 is equal to 10 times 4, because all we did is flip it. Let's look at number 6. It says, what is the value of each? So all we're going to do is we're going to multiply and write our answers. And notice that 1 times 10 is just flipped as 10 times 1. So 1 times 10 and 10 times 1 both equal 10. 2 times 10 is flipped, is equal to 10 times 2. 10 times 2 is 20. 3 times 10 is the same as 10 times 3, which is 30. 4 times 10 is equal to 10 times 4, because it's just flipped. 10 times 4 is 40. What are you noticing about all of these? 5 times 10, flipped, 10 times 5. 6 times 10, 10 times 6. 7 times 10, 10 times 7. 8 times 10, 10 times 8. 9 times 10, 10 times 9. 10 times 10, and 10 times 10. These are all equal to each other. I'm going to go ahead and add my equal sign on this side as well. And then I'm just going to write down my answer. And can you see the pattern as well? 10, 20, 30, 40. What do you think this will be? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. It says make flashcards and practice the multiplication facts of 10. So you would make flashcards or use index cards and write 10 times 7 on one side and write your answer 70 on the other side. So you can practice those. If you feel like you already know this by heart, you don't have to do that step. But if you don't, go ahead and practice. I believe this is the end of our lesson for today. Yes, it is. Now we're going to take a look at our workbook, just so we can practice what we learned. We're going to go to exercise 7, which is right here. And here you're going to count by tens and complete the multiplication equations. So go ahead and fill those out. And then at the end, it asks you the ones digit in all the products of 10 is what? We looked at all the ones digit in the textbook and the product was 0. And then turn to the next page. And then here you're going to practice more multiplication facts with 10. And then there's 3 short little word problems for you, which would be super fun to do. Okay? And that is it. And remember, if you need any help, please ask an adult. There is this fun multiplication squares 2, 5, 10 game that you should play either with a sibling or with a parent. It's a lot of fun. What you do need is a dice that has 2, 2, 5, 5, and 10, 10 on each side. I don't have that dice at home, and if you don't have that kind of dice at home, what you can do is you can use an index card and you can draw a circle inside like that. And then inside here, you're going to divide this to 6 sections. So I would do the center like this. This is going to be 3, and there's going to be a 3 here. So 1, 2, 3 sections, 4, 5, and 6. And on each section, you would write the numbers 2, 2, 5, 5, 10, and 10, like that. Then all you need is a paper clip. What you do is you use your paper clip, you put your pencil or pen right in the middle, hold it down like that, and then with this you're going to give it a spin and it landed on 5. So instead of rolling the die and landing on 5, you landed on 5. So for example, if I landed on 5, I'm going to write down, I'll be player 1. I landed on 5, so I'm going to write down 5 times. Now I'm going to roll it again. Going to put my pen down and roll. And I got another 5. So my equation is 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So then I'm going to go to my game board and I'm going to look for the number 25. Here it is. I can connect one line just like that. Okay, so and you also need 2 different colored markers. If I'm using red, the player 2 can use blue or green or black or any other number. So then the player 2 is going to play. They're going to roll their dice. That one got 5 again. Multiplied by, let's roll it. So each player rolls the dice twice. Got a 2. 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm going to find 10 on my board. And I'm going to connect a dot. So every time if you get another 10, you get to draw another line. If you get another 10, you get to draw another line. When you complete it, that box becomes yours. And the winner is the person who has the most amount of squares completely closed at the end of the game. I will give more written instructions about this game on Google Classroom, so you can go ahead and read that if you are interested. Also, I want you to work on your multiplication chart, and here you're going to write the total lemons and the equation. It says there's one box, 10 lemons each, so total lemons would be 10, and the equation would be 1 times 10 equals 10. 2 boxes, 10 lemons each, 2 times 10 equals 20 lemons. There's your total. You're going to keep working on that all the way down. This is also inside your folders that we sent home. You're doing a great job with your multiplications. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.